What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how Trevor Lawrence's career has been quite underwhelming. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. So, Trevor Lawrence was drafted the first overall pick in 2021. He came from Clemson, and he had a very good college career. He played for, I think, 3 seasons with Clemson. Yeah, he played for 3 seasons in Clemson. He basically averaged like 3,300, 400 yards. He did win the Heisman. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he won the Heisman, but yeah, he played really well. And at the end of the day, people did say he was generational, right? People were saying that Trevor Lawrence was generational and was a starting quarterback when he was a rookie in college, right? So there was a lot of pressure when it came to Trevor Lawrence coming into the NFL, and a lot of people did have some questions. Will his game translate? Will he be good enough in the NFL? And a lot of people and a lot of players, former players, said that yes, he will be the next Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I don't think anybody said that, but people compared him to a generational talent. And when we think about generational talents now, we're thinking about, is he as good as Patrick Mahomes? Because he's basically the standard now when it comes to the NFL quarterbacks, right? So now let's look at what he's done in his tenure in the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I will exclude his first year. Obviously, he's a rookie. And to be honest, he did not perform the way people thought he would, right? Again, Urban Meyer was arguably one of the worst coaches in NFL history, so I will give him a pass in his first year. And obviously, rookies on bad teams do struggle in year one. It's just what it is. You're put into a bad system. You're a rookie. You're gonna make some mistakes. Like, you're not expected to be a playoff team or winning games at a high level. But now I will talk about his second year and his third year, right? Now, his second year in the Jacksonville Jaguars, they were a 9-8 football team, right? They made the playoffs. They were the 4th seed in the playoffs. He did have 4,113 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Now, that's really good. That is actually very good for a second-year starter. We saw the growth in Trevor Lawrence. He did start slow that season, but he picked it up, and I was very impressed that season, right? The Jacksonville Jaguars team, no one saw them making the playoffs or winning that division. Everybody thought it was going to be the Tennessee Titans division. So he proved everyone wrong. He won that season, played really good at a high level, right? Thing is, after that season, a lot of people put him in the MVP conversation for next year. Like, they said, oh, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to play really good next year. Trevor Lawrence is going to play at a high level next year, right? And the thing is, he actually regressed next year. The next year, he didn't play as good as he did against... he didn't play as good as he did when he only had... Well, he did have the same amount of yards. I will admit, he did have the same amount of yards. And his completion percentages are kind of the same. The only problem is he did have a higher interception rate. He had 14 interceptions, 21 touchdowns. And the thing is, he was making a lot of boneheaded decisions when he threw the football. Trevor Lawrence used to be known as a guy, in at least the second year, he showed that he doesn't turn over the football. The problem is Trevor Lawrence has a big fumble issue, and he really showcased that last year, as he had a lot of fumbles and he had a lot of interceptions that led the Jacksonville Jaguars to lose games last year. Now, credit, he did have an ankle injury when he was playing. If we're going to give Joe Burrow that excuse, we're going to have to give Trevor Lawrence that excuse. The Jacksonville Jaguars were 8-3. The thing that bothers me and bothers a lot of NFL fans is that when we're talking about someone that's generational, it just hasn't translated to what people thought he would be. Because the problem is, you cannot be a generational quarterback and be classified as a generational quarterback and then underperform and have similar stats as Gardner Minshew, who is a career backup, and Daniel Jones, who is about to be a backup if he does not play good next year. Because the Giants have to start Daniel Jones because they gave him the bag. So you have to at least start him for 1 more year. The thing is, he has basically the exact stats, and it's not like Trevor Lawrence is winning either, right? He's not winning games either. He's 20-30 as a starter. Now, that's not the worst. Knowing the situation he's came from, I actually commend him for that. But the only thing is, and the problem is, people are going to say, oh, well, Trevor Lawrence, he came back against the Chargers. Well, bro, come on. It's the Chargers. The Chargers are known for choking leads. Brandon Staley was their head coach. Now, I'm not going to take away from their victory. I think that was very impressive. But you have to also understand, Trevor Lawrence played really bad that game. He had 4 interceptions against the Chargers. And the Chargers defense wasn't even that good. So, again, do I think that Trevor Lawrence has lived up to his generational tag? No, I don't think he has. I think he, in my opinion, is a top 15, if not top 20 quarterback in the league. Now, do I think Trevor Lawrence can be good and can be a playoff performer and maybe one day get to that mark where people said he was going to be a top 5 quarterback in the league? Maybe. The thing is, he needs to clean up his turnover problem. His turnover issue is very bad. He also needs to, he just has to play better. That's all I gotta say, right? The thing is, he played that week 18 game really set it for everybody, right? He played really bad against the Tennessee Titans. And the thing is, the Jags were like in a position to make the playoffs, and they went on a huge losing streak. And I know he was injured, but like that game, I remember he had like 2 interceptions that were just boneheaded plays. Like, again, he needs to stop turning over the ball. He needs to, and also maybe the Jaguars need more weapons. Like, Calvin Ridley did not turn out to be what they wanted. They have Christian Kirk, who is pretty good. Evan Ingram's pretty good. I mean, I think the Jaguars have put talent with Trevor Lawrence. The only problem is he hasn't really risen up to the expectations. And that's why I think his career has been underwhelming. And I expect Trevor Lawrence next season to play good and the Jaguars to make the playoffs. But I'm not going to lie, that division is really tough. Like, that division has Anthony Richardson at quarterback, C.J. Stroud as quarterback. I think that's his division now. You have Trevor Lawrence, and then you have Will Levis, who's not a scrub. He's pretty good. So, in my opinion, right now, Trevor Lawrence is the second best quarterback in that division. C.J. Stroud's definitely better. But it's going to be a tough one for the Jags to win next year. Now, anything can happen. I think Trevor Lawrence still has a chance to be a top quarterback to even win MVP. We just have to wait for time. Time will only tell if Trevor Lawrence will be a future star or will he be a bust. We don't know. Without further ado, that's going to end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, please comment. More football videos will be coming out soon. And then more basketball videos will also come out soon. So comment down below. What do you guys believe Trevor Lawrence will do next season? Do you think he'll have a resurgence season, or do you think he's going to regress even more? Without further ado, that's going to end with the video. Peace.